Good day to you one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. You'll notice that my headphones are on, my tail is up, there's a spring in my stride, because tonight I'm covering one of my favourite all-time singers. In fact, for me, the greatest rock singer in the world, Glenn Hughes. He's got a single called Chosen, which is the title track from his solo album that's coming out in September, and he's allowed me to have a little listen to it, so I'm going to listen to it, tell you what I think of it in no uncertain terms, and talk about Glenn and the phenomenon of Glenn Hughes. Justin Hawkins rides again. Appalling piece of singing by me there. I've had the pleasure of singing with Glenn, actually. Most recently on a cruise ship, we did some karaoke. We sang, Glenn said to me, I've never done karaoke before, and I forced him to do it. I thought I'd feel bad about it, but it was just really fun. We did Jennifer Rush, The Power of Love. He's like a soul singer, really, like a Sam Cooke level soul singer, unbelievable. And then at the end, I did the legendary joke, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest singer on this boat and perhaps in the world today, and Glenn Hughes. It was brilliant, but actually, I just only because I couldn't stop myself. Glenn is legendary. I first saw him sing, I think probably 2009. He was singing at. We were both performing at a charity event, and during the sound check, I was sort of just arsing around backstage, such as my wont, and I heard this incredible voice echoing through the building. I went and had a look and watched Glenn sound checking. I think he was singing "Mistreated" at the time, and it was just mind-blowing, and the performance he put in just in the sound check was just outrageous. The way he had the control of his voice and the range of it, the power, it was mind-blowing. It was so fantastic, and the show was even better. He really is an incredible singer. One more thing about Glenn. Oh yeah, so around about 2012, I think it was whenever The Darkness' Hotcakes came out. There was a song on there that was called Love Is Not the Answer. And Glenn and I had a correspondence via Twitter. We'd slid into each other's DMs, and we used to write to each other. And he wrote to me on Twitter and he said, "What do you mean love is not the answer? Of course it's the answer," or something like that. And we started having this conversation. But I don't think Glenn realised that it was in public. It wasn't like it wasn't a DM anymore. He was actually just tweeting at me. It was brilliant. Just all played out for the public to witness. And also, just what a guy. So full of love and positivity. You just find yourself rooting for him. He's a great person. So, I'm going to cover this song and have a little look at it. Here we go. God, check that out. Okay, so I walk along a destination. Has a little bit of Coverdale in there, and of course, I think when Glenn Hughes was singing, particularly on the Deep Purple album Burn, I think it was him and Coverdale that would share lead vocal duties. That album's 50 years old, so you can imagine the strain of 5 decades of touring. That it might take on your voice, but he's still got it. I don't know how. He's a miracle of modern science. Another life is calling. I love that. He gets fragile in the vibrato, and his bass playing is so rude. It's quite. What's the word? It's quite a saturated bass sound, and it's right in your face. And there's no way there's any pitch correction going on here, because you can hear like even in man to do, he sort of ramps up in those notes. I don't even need to talk about the music, I don't think, because really there's so much to say about the way Glenn sings.
By the water's edge they move so ghostly. We live and die, won't you be my sage? Now I'm on the ledge and I read so slowly.
God, this is awesome, isn't it? He's working up through the gears, like he's entering a different part of his range there, and it's just effortless.
Look to the sky and we come of age. When the daylight comes, I just wanna be chosen. I know where I wanna be, deep inside of me.
Oh God, how does he do that? So I think when the band takes off, he's kind of like he seems to be tightening, and everything sort of sounds more constricted, but it's kind of so that he can force more air through a smaller part. You know what I mean? Like it's I don't know. He does something with his embouchure that makes it sound like he's singing around stuff, and it sort of has an anger to it, just the right amount of distortion, so it's not shredding and becoming unpleasant, and so much purity in the way he sings, and like, so when he puts any sort of is it called false fry, or there's, I don't know, it must be false fry, because if he roared like that all the way through his career, then he wouldn't even be able to speak. I mean, you can hear his influence in singers like Chris Cornell, people who who have become synonymous with the rock voice. I think somebody did actually describe Glenn Hughes as the voice of rock. He told me that he was in another performance troupe of some sort, singing backing vocals, and I think one of those sort of nefarious music industry types pointed at him and said, "No, that should be the singer there. He's got the voice." And the rest is history. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing and half remembering the story, but it's something like that. Here's, you can see that he's a great singer, and by the way his voice sounds, or something.
Come alive, we will be free. You've been my guide, my lost relation. To the other side, my prophecy. When the daylight comes, I just wanna be chosen.
It's higher than you think it is. No, that's not easy stuff to sing when you've got a belly full of pizza like I have. That's my excuse anyway.
I know where I wanna be.
Actually, and a bit of Richie Kotzen as well, isn't there? In that.
Inside of me, in the midnight sun, I just wanna be chosen. We about to time and space, lost inside the grave. Do you know how I
I love those runs. Feel. That's when it's getting into the soul territory, I think. That solo sounds like it's played on not the bridge pickup, which is the one that's the really sort of trebly kind of trebly boosty sounding one. It sounds like it's either on the middle or the bass pickup. If it's a Les Paul, if it's a Strat, God only knows. It could be anything. That's sad. I don't know how singers do that when they just apply a little bit of distortion just at the end of the note, and it's a really smooth transition into that as well. Wanna be like he's giving it virtually nothing there. And then he's roaring. I think Glenn Hughes is probably around about my age, and to still be able to do that kind of singing at our age is just outrageous. If he's any older, he doesn't look it. I mean, he just sounds amazing. It's great. So that's amazing. Go and check out Chosen by Glenn Hughes. The album, the single, the singer. I don't know who's playing on that. They didn't really give us much in the way of like BTS shots to show the band members, but I think when you buy a Glenn Hughes ticket, you're not going to be disappointed. You're going to see an unbelievable singing performance, and that I feel like he didn't even get out of third gear there. He's got so much in his toolbox. Not that, no, I don't mean it like that, but probably. Anyway, yeah, he's amazing. Glenn Hughes. Use the comment section below to celebrate this man. I don't want to see any bullshit in there. He's fucking amazing. My favourite singer. All right. Oops. Justin Hawkins rides again. Yeah, it's one of those guys. It all seems so effortless, but when you actually try and sing along with that stuff, it's much more difficult than it sounds, you know. Perfect singer. Amazing. All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch one of these two videos, and buy a ticket to see Glenn Hughes. You won't be disappointed. Nice one, guys. See you on the eyes. Okay.